She
Never
did
passed the test.
72 days of royal duty. That's not even a probationary period at a job. And she
True.
wants to run around swinging around royal titles. Sorry, homie, don't play that, so to speak. We're not doing it here. If you want to go to court and change your name, then let's
Right now, an extraordinary twist in the legal case between Samantha Markle and her estranged sister, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. According to Newsweek and a reporter called Jack Royston, who, let me just be clear to you, is totally aligned to Harry and Meghan. He is in their camp. He often propagates their propaganda. He has reported that Meghan Markle's legal team criticised her half-sister for, quote, erroneously failing to use her royal title when suing for defamation. Jack Royston writes that Samantha Markle has been fighting a years-long libel battle that has repeatedly faltered and is now at the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. The saga revolves around Meghan's comments to Oprah Winfrey and the content of her Netflix series Harry and Meghan. However, one notable oddity surrounding the case is that it has been waged from the first moment to last with Meghan's name written using the technically incorrect style in the media. So, Meghan Markle rather than Meghan the Duchess of Sussex. Jack Royston goes on. News organisations, including Newsweek, refer to her using her pre-marriage name because that is how she is known to the public. Kate Middleton, formerly Catherine, incurs the same fate. Now, though, more than 2 years after the case was first filed, Meghan's lawyers have finally taken a swipe at how she was described, adding the word erroneously. So this is what the filing seen by Newsweek read. The Duchess of Sussex, erroneously sued as Meghan Markle, discloses the following individuals and entities who may have an interest in the outcome of this appeal. And the statement is signed by Michael J. Kump, who is Meghan's lawyer. So, Samantha Markle, your down-to-earth sister, who apparently said, oh, it doesn't matter, royal titles don't matter, just call me Meghan. She is now briefing that she's furious with you because you, her own sister, is not referring to her as the Duchess of Sussex. Your response, Sam?
Here is my response. Pumpkin, when you entered into the legal paperwork, or your precious attorney did, you started off and have been going by Meghan Markle all of this time, and then now you want to whine about it. Well, that's called acquiescence. You've gone all of this time under Meghan Markle, but now you want legal paperwork, our court system, to acknowledge you as Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Here's what, sweetheart. First of all, in 1776, we did away with having to bow to royal titles. Our legal system does not acknowledge legal titles per Section 9 of the United States Constitution. And furthermore, you may not use royal titles to dabble in American politics per the United States Constitution. And the last time I checked, if you want a name change other than what's on your birth record or your driver's license, I don't know, maybe you went and got Meghan the Duchess of Sussex on your driver's license recently. But your legal documents in the United States would have to say Meghan the Duchess of Sussex for you to impose that upon our legal system. So unless you went to court and petitioned for a name change and got your name legally changed to Meghan the Duchess of Sussex, I don't believe that you can squawk about it. And I would suggest that Jack Royston read the Constitution.
All right, this latest controversy involving Meghan Markle and her estranged family is creating major debate online. Reports surrounding an ongoing legal and family dispute are now reigniting questions about Meghan's use of her royal title, with critics accusing her of clinging to royal status while living outside the monarchy. At the center of the controversy is the claim that Meghan allegedly insists on being referred to as the Duchess of Sussex, even during deeply personal family conflicts involving her own relatives. Now, before we go any further, it's important to say clearly, there is no evidence Meghan legally forces private individuals to use her title in ordinary personal conversation. A lot of this narrative comes from media framing, commentary, and interpretations connected to long-running tensions within the Markle family. But because Meghan's relationship with her relatives has remained publicly strained for years, every new development instantly becomes headline material. So where is this latest controversy coming from? And why does Meghan's royal title continue triggering such emotional reactions online? Let's break it down. Ever since Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties, public debate over their titles has never really stopped. Critics argue the couple can't fully separate themselves from royal life while still benefiting from royal branding, prestige, and global recognition connected to their titles. Supporters counter that Harry and Meghan legally retained their Sussex titles and are entitled to use them appropriately. And honestly, the emotional reaction often goes beyond the title itself. For critics, it symbolizes hypocrisy.
Jack, step back. It's just crazy. I mean, the Constitution prohibits it. We are not being forced to bow to or accept or address royal titles in the United States. And that doesn't, I don't mean any disrespect to the royals across the pond.
No, of course. But Meghan is an American. She's American. She doesn't even have royal blood. So I completely agree with you in terms of the technicalities of it, Sam. But can we also... sorry, you go.
She doesn't have British citizenship.
No.
She
Never
did
passed the test.
72 days of royal duty. That's not even a probationary period at a job. And she wants to run around swinging around royal titles. Sorry, homie, don't play that, so to speak. We're not doing it here. If you want to go to court and change your name, then let's chit-chat then.
Yeah, very good point. Does it not also show, Sam, though, how desperate she is to cling on to a royal title, even though she has spent the past 5 years doing everything to denigrate the royal family? I mean, this is a very confused woman emotionally, isn't it?
But did she ever get the memo that those with royal titles bow to other royals? And, the last I saw on Netflix, she was mocking and didn't want to bow to Queen Elizabeth. So, it's like you want to have the royal title for the benefits in America, seemingly, but you don't want to have to go with the rules and the protocol that come with that. Nobody is obligated to call her Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. I would say Meghan, American citizen, unless you want to show some paperwork that shows you're a British citizen and you've changed your name in court to Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Step off. It's ridiculous. Now,
Jack Royston was very critical of your case in that article, Sam. But are you feeling confident?
I'm feeling confident because there's so much to the complaint and the evidence and the discovery that we didn't get to. But he can't use her flimsy title that we don't even acknowledge in America as, a way to stimulate PR or negatively spin the case. So the case will be heard and advance the way it will. But that was a cheap shot. It was so stupid, in my opinion. So yeah, we don't do titles in America. Check out the Constitution.
Meanwhile, Meghan has emerged publicly just as royal life focuses on the anniversary of the late Queen's death. Now, this was to attend with Oprah Winfrey some sort of book club at the local Montecito bookstore.
For supporters, it symbolizes identity, marriage, and formal royal status. That's why even something as simple as a title becomes explosive online. Another major reason this story generates so much attention is because Meghan's relationship with parts of her family has been publicly messy for years, especially involving her father and half-siblings. Public interviews, media appearances, legal disputes, accusations from both sides. The Markle family conflict has essentially become its own ongoing public saga. And because those tensions already exist, every new disagreement quickly gets interpreted as evidence of deeper personality or family issues. That's why stories involving Meghan and her relatives instantly attract massive attention. Honestly, opinions about Meghan's title often depend entirely on how people already feel about her. Supporters see Duchess of Sussex as simply her official married title. Critics see it as contradictory because Harry and Meghan stepped away from active royal duties while still maintaining royal branding and status publicly. And because public opinion around Meghan is already deeply polarized, people interpret even small details emotionally. A formal title becomes respectful, or pretentious, appropriate, or performative. Perspective shapes everything in the Sussex conversation now. At the end of the day, the Sussex title itself carries enormous global recognition.
Where we actually saw her critically panned book, The Bench, and Prince Harry's awful Spare on the shelf of this bookshop. And this is what the owner had to say about why they had decided to host this star-studded gathering of local authors.
Our local authors shelf when you first walk in, and I want it to be when you first walk in so that authors who are local to the area know that this is their hometown bookstore. And we celebrate our hometown authors as if they were our hometown heroes, because to us they are.
You hate the truth, praying for that moment.
So, Sam, what did you make of this outing with Oprah?
We're going to have some noise interference for a second. Sorry about that.
No, that's absolutely fine. Don't worry, I can hear you loud and clear.
So I kind of feel like, I don't know what happened with their publisher, but it seemed like Spare wasn't selling well, and it seemed like the other books weren't selling well. So, hey, in my opinion, this is what they're doing. Let's hook up with Oprah and try and push the books that didn't do so well. So, if the books sell, even though there's a lot in there that's not true, that that's part of the case. We're still saying a lot of it was disparaging, certainly to the royals, and seems to constitute defamation. They can push this muckety muck anywhere they want. And doesn't mean it's going to do well, but, glad they could glom onto Oprah to try and do that. Doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, I think it's going to make the book club look bad, in my opinion.
It's just odd, isn't it? Because for so long, we have been hearing that Oprah wants to distance herself from Meghan.
Well, if she wanted to distance herself, why would she be allowing her to get close to the book club?
Yeah.
In other words, that's inconsistent with what we hear, that may be propaganda on either side.
And whether people love Harry and Meghan or criticize them, the royal connection remains central to their public identity. That's why the branding issue never fully disappears. Because the Sussexes exist in a unique space between royal family, celebrity culture, media business, and public activism. That combination keeps audiences emotionally invested in every detail surrounding them. One thing that often gets lost in these stories is how difficult it becomes for public figures to separate personal identity from public branding, especially when family disputes become media spectacles. Every private disagreement suddenly becomes symbolic. Every personal choice becomes political. And because Meghan's life now exists under non-stop public analysis, even ordinary family tensions become worldwide debates about royalty, status, and authenticity. At the end of the day, the controversy surrounding Meghan Markle and her title reflects a much bigger divide in public opinion about the Sussexes overall. Some viewers believe Meghan and Harry continue benefiting from royal prestige while criticizing the institution itself. Others believe the backlash surrounding Meghan's title has become obsessive and deeply personal. But one thing is undeniable. Anything involving the Sussexes' royal identity and family conflict instantly becomes global conversation. What do you think? Should Harry and Meghan continue using their royal titles publicly, or does it contradict their decision to step away from royal life? Drop your thoughts in the comments and I'll see you in the next video.